Recording in progress.
Yep.
Here we are yet again, the trio, El Tres, 1, 2, 3. Not right, not wrong is in effect. I am Dark Mark. As you can see what the name says, Dark hit it first before anybody. Gas station, you don't need to know what I'm talking about. You're not privy to that information yet. Just know that I
didn't even
did.
pay attention to your moniker today. Dark hit it first.
First. So with me, I have my co-hosts who normally join us in this stress. Like I said, not right, not wrong. We got D1 in the building, representing, looking rather stately. D1, what's good? Talk to the fans. How are you?
Hello, sir. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it very much. I am doing amazing. I'm great. I'm glad to be here. And that's it. I'm here. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's do it. It's good to be in your company as well. We also have the incomparable JJ in the building. Look like he ready for politics also. What you running for, JJ? Tell the fans how you doing. What you running for?
Everything, my friend. Running for peace and prosperity. That's my campaign. Peace and prosperity. But of course, everything still above sea level. You dig.
We dig. My man JJ in the building. As you can all see, we are here. Not right, not wrong. You can catch us on every single platform where you get all of your podcasts. New time on the radio station 92.6. We will now, as of this Saturday, not right, not wrong, the show will be on 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. starting February 3rd, this Saturday. So make sure you tune in and tune into the radio station anyway. Check out all the other podcasts. Everybody else is hot. They shows is popping. Everybody doing their thing. We are in good company with the other hosts of their shows as well. But again, as of this Saturday, February 3rd, Not Right, Not Wrong will be airing 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday and every Saturday going forward. So, you know the rotation, you know how it go. You've been watching us for a long time. You're a fan, you subscribe, you check us out. So if the person is hosting that means that it is their topic, which today is mine. So my topic will be dealing with rule of thumb. So different things you should have in mind, different things you should know, or something you should keep in the back of your head if you are in this situation when you need to have a rule of thumb, or something you may not have ever known had a rule of thumb. So I like to educate. So we're going to educate some people today. I'm going to educate myself. We're going to educate D1 and JJ. And on some of the things, they're going to give their opinion, how they feel about it. Maybe there shouldn't be a rule of thumb. Maybe you should just scratch it. Let us know. Send us the comments. Check us out. Subscribe. However you can get in contact with us, send us an email. Can't text, but you can send us an email and we'll follow up. All right? So the first rule of thumb that I'm going to start with, it's a bunch of them. I can't get to every single one of them, but the first one I'm going to start with, it says,
Bless.
Thank you so much.
Sorry about
Glad
that.
to be.
Sorry about that, brother. Sorry.
Nah. Did it come out?
It did it.
Oh, God. It's going to come out later before the show is over. So the first rule of thumb, so to avoid lunatics on city buses, you should sit in the middle because the friendly lunatics sit as close to the driver as they can, and the unfriendly ones sit as far away as they can. Just keep that in mind if you ever on the bus. Or you could just get off and wait for the next bus. Rule of thumb. That's what you should do. So, next rule of thumb, as we moving forward. This one is pretty good. And they may not necessarily pertain to us, to some of our fans. This one is for people that have multiple children, just something to do. So, you should always dress the best behaved child first, because he or she is less likely to undo your preparations by the time you're ready to leave. So if you got 5 or 6 kids, you should always dress the child as best behaved first. Because if you go in a different order with the one that's worst behaved, you know that's how that's going to turn out. So just something to keep in mind for those. If you got one child and they don't have no choice, that'll be the one that you could yell at the most. So you got to have maybe 5 or 6 kids to really test this thing out and see how this theory works. So I'm going to move on to the next one. As I move on to the next one, I'm going to start asking y'all how y'all feel about these things. All right?
Got it.
Next rule of thumb. Whenever you are writing a speech, never include a word that you need to look up. JJ, what you think about that? It's no right or wrong with it, hence not right, not wrong.
Hence,
I'm just curious about
our show, yes.
what you
Hence our
think
show.
about that.
That rule of thumb makes sense because you want to speak with words that you understand. So that makes sense to me.
You plan on writing any speeches anytime soon?
Not in the near future. No, not in the near future.
D1, what about you? I know you're rather learned. You've written a number of speeches in your
Yes,
day.
I learned.
Does that sound about right?
I would disagree.
Really?
I would disagree with it. Only because I feel like sometimes I have spoken in front of groups a lot, and sometimes you have to look up a word just for clarification. It's not that you don't understand it completely, but maybe you need some clarification on it. And sometimes I've been in situations where I'm giving like sort of educational talks. And so sometimes that means using a word that I'm not super familiar with, but it's necessary to communicate to the group that I'm speaking to. So yes, I know for sure I've had to look up words before, and I take it as an opportunity to get clarification for myself and to learn a little bit more. What I will say is that I would avoid words that are difficult to pronounce. If there's a word that I just struggle with pronouncing, I would probably leave that out of my speech because that would make me nervous. And inevitably, I think I'm probably going to mispronounce it in the speech because I'm nervous already. And now I have this word that is a struggle for me, and I would leave that out.
Okay. I like that. So that's another rule of thumb in addition to that rule of thumb. So we're educating a lot of people and we're adding on. All right. So we're moving on. This is the next one. It says, it takes 30 hours of conversation to know whether you really like someone. Be wary of anyone who invites you only to places where you can't chat, such as movies, plays, or concerts. Thoughts, D1. What you think?
I like that one. I don't know where the 30 hours came from. Is that some scientific number? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the math behind it. You know, like you said in one of the episodes, studies show. See, that come back to bite you.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Studies show. You see, John? Brought it right back. Studies show. I'm going to start using that. Studies show that it takes about 30 hours to know whether or not you like someone.
I mean, I'll rock out with that. In a 30-day month, that's about an hour per day. I guess I don't know, but I really like the second part of that rule of thumb. I do think people could lie for 30 hours. I will say that. I do
Oh,
think
damn.
Yeah.
That's
I
a lot
do.
of lying.
I
Oh, yeah.
do, especially if they get breaks in between. Like if we 30 hours sequestered, somebody gonna break. I'ma see you. But if it's 30 hours spread out amongst a period of time, I think people can hold up a facade for that amount of time. But I do think that it's smart to be wary of anyone who only wants to go out places where you can't talk. Like you don't want me to know nothing about you. You don't want to know nothing
No,
about
man.
me.
No, every weekend. Yeah. So what movie we going to see? Now I want to go to the movies. All right. So we're going to go to Broadway. No, I won't go. No, that's fine. We're going to go check out a concert. Like, damn. You got to start scratching your head because the first thing you do when you meet someone is what? Conversate. They said it's 30 hours of conversation.
Mhm.
So maybe 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, an hour there. You understand? And the first thing you do when you meet someone, when y'all get on the phone, how long y'all on the phone? 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Then as you get to know them, doesn't that always start to dwindle?
Yeah.
Always. Then
Mhm.
you with the person, how long y'all talk on the phone? 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yep.
And then at some times when y'all together, y'all reminisce about when y'all used to talk on the phone for 3 hours.
Hmm.
A pillow talk. Oh man, you remember when we used to be on the phone 2, 3 hours? Yeah. That's
Yeah.
when I really liked you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? 30 hours, man.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. Rule of thumb. We moving right along. So this says, if your lawyer tells you that the prospective lawsuit is a slam dunk, retain a new lawyer as soon as possible. Did you ever find yourself in that situation? We've heard lawyers say that before. This is a slam dunk. So I'm telling you now, you don't have to take this advice from me. If you see it and you share it with someone, don't say Mark said. This is just a rule of thumb to keep in mind. If you ever find yourself in need of an attorney and they say, oh man, that's a slam dunk. If it don't work out, then that means you didn't listen. That's all on you. But don't say Mark said. You know, I should have said the disclaimer before I started all of this.
Because he went through this before, and so he knows.
So the next one, this is for people with churn. You like how I went down south with that, right? Churn. Yeah, rank churn. A spoon, it says children don't need huge servings of food. Start with 1 tablespoon of each item per year of age. So how would that work? Which one of y'all go with math? You know, black people don't do that, right?
Yeah, in general, we don't do that.
All right, some black people don't do that.
Yeah.
We just, all right, it's time. It's time for you to eat this amount. It's time for you to eat this amount. And then at some point, you need to eat more because you're too skinny. You need to eat less because you're some fat. That's how we measure it. That's it. It's no tablespoon, measure this, that. Nah, ain't none of that. Either you're too skinny or you're too fat. You need to eat more. You need to eat less. You eat too much sugar. You need to eat less sugar. You're going to get sugar if you eat too much because sugar run in the family. You know that's going to come up at some point. That's how we measure it. Again, let me go back and say some black people. I don't want to say all. I don't want to, go back to my word. So that's something else to keep in mind. We're going to move on to the next one. You was going to say something, John?
No, I was just saying, yeah, that's the general narratives of how we measure our servings to our children.
Yeah, that's us for the churn.
Those are the reasons.
So this is for the math heads. It's called the rule of 9. It says the product of anything multiplied by 9 will have digits that add up to 9 or to a number divisible by 9. You see, this is the second time math came up. I need y'all to help me with this. How would that look?
Yeah, that's on you, D1. D1 went to Tech.
Brooklyn Tech.
D1
I'm
went to
looking
Tech,
at
baby.
her.
9
D1 went to
times
Tech.
9 equals 81. The product of 9 times 9 is 81. 8 plus 1 equals 9. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. Bang. Look at that. That's Brooklyn Tech.
9 times 1 equals 9.
Yeah.
9
times 2
1
equals
is
18. 8 plus 1 equals 9.
Bang.
9 times 3 equals 27. 7 plus 2 equals 9.
Yeah, look at it. What?
You see? That's that Brooklyn
That's
Techism.
Brooklyn Tech. That's Brooklyn Tech. That is Brooklyn Tech.
That's that
I'm here for
Brooklyn
you. I got your back.
You
Techism.
know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I knew I should have kept the math in here.
Yeah, man.
It's in here for a reason.
Make it math all day. Make it math the rest of the show. Make it math.
No, how about we don't? How about we do not do
That-
You
that?
want me to do that?
That D1,
All right, let me
that's
flip
D-
to the math section.
D1 could show off. She got
Just
show
because
off.
I know my 9 multiplication table. Like, let's not do this.
What about the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 10, 11, 12? You only know the 9s
Only the 9. That's it.
and the 5s. Everybody know the 5s.
It's also my German, right? 9, is that German?
Oh, yeah, 9.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what Josh
yeah,
said. 9.
Yes. 9.
That's it.
So we moving right along. So this says this involves writing and presentation. You need to make your key points 3 times if you expect your audience to remember them.
Yeah. I can see that.
So
Makes-
whatever it is that you want to make a point of emphasis, you need to make that point 3 times if you want the audience to remember it. So keep in mind, however long your speech is going to be, you may want to pace that at which you're going to emphasize these 3 points and when on that speech.
Mhm.
Again,
If people give their introduction, then they give their speech where they break down, introduction. Today we're going to talk about ABC. In the middle, they tell you about ABC. And in conclusion, today we talked about ABC.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it does make sense. So if Mark going to give a speech about his handsomeness, he starts out by letting the ladies know how handsome he is. Then he
you know that. That's the intro.
supports it, right?
The
And then
intro.
then he reminds them again in the
And the
middle,
body, yeah.
in the body, yeah, right. How handsome he is. This is a TED talk to the ladies.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And then in
I got
conclusion,
you. Yeah, I got you.
how I'm going to remain handsome.
Right. Remain.
Come on,
Keyword
Come on,
remain. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, I got you. I see.
I hate you for this one. I hate you for this one.
So this next one, I had to clap my hands about this because it makes so much sense. I'm sure you're probably gonna clap your hands about this too.
Mhm.
Again, no disclaimer. You don't have to believe me for these things. This is just what I'm sharing to our adoring fans. And it says, this one is called Annoying Habits. If your fiance does something that bothers you before you're married, it will bother you 10 times more after you are married.
Yeah.
Now, I have never been married. However, trust and know I believe. Trust and know and believe. I believe that emphatically.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. You heard JJ?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
D1, why are you so quiet? What's your thoughts on that?
They're here.
Speechless. She's speechless.
Yeah, I think it's true. I think it's true. I think, now it's popular to talk about red flags. Like that's all over every form of social
Everything
media.
red
And,
flags. Yeah.
whatever red flag you see early is the red flag that's gonna break y'all up. I don't know if I believe it's the red flag that's gonna break you up, but yeah, if you hate the way this dude breathes, it's gonna be a problem forever. That's my answer. Yes.
I mean, he has to breathe. I mean, you said it's going to be a problem forever.
Forever, like in and out
Yes.
like that, like you just repetitively in and out every day breathing.
I mean, yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I can't deal with that. I'm so sorry.
I mean, what's the option?
Die.
I mean, there we have it, ladies and
There we
gentlemen.
have
That's
it.
another rule of thumb.
There we have it. The option is to not breathe.
The option is to not breathe. Figure
Yeah.
out what you want to do if you want to date P1.
Yeah. John, what did you start out doing in your relationship that Ange was like, oh, I don't really like that. And now she's like wanting to chop your head off.
Snore. Snore.
Snore.
Yeah, snore.
Snore's normally high on the list, kid.
Yeah.
Snore.
Snore's normally
Yeah.
high on the list, kid.
Sure.
Like you gotta if you gotta get to sleep
Yeah.
first before the snorer.
Yeah, yeah.
If they snore, man. I mean, especially if it's like chainsaw type of thing.
Yeah. When you calling for hogs,
Oh my gosh, man.
calling out the hogs and shit like
Yep.
that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, aggravation to no end. She contemplates divorce all the time. But then,
Over snoring.
over the snoring, then she was like, oh, nah, I still love him. He's handsome still. So,
Even I know a couple of mornings you woke up on the floor like, how'd I get down here? 'Cause you didn't put
No,
your foot in your back.
not on the floor, but the shins were stinging a little bit.
And you're like, baby, what happened? Why my shins hurt? She's like, no, Sam.
Yeah, snoring is serious, man.
Yeah.
It's really real. But you know, in a situation like that, right? If it's the woman that snore, you never, ever, at least I've never heard of the guy telling the woman, like, listen, you need to go sleep on the couch.
Mm.
Why the man always got to sleep on the couch? Always.
Yeah, it's one of
Why is
those.
that always you see, that's double standards.
Yeah, it's a double standard. Yeah, of course, it's a double standard, and it's the reason typically is because the man snores louder. That's the typical reason, the general reason.
So what if he don't snore at all and she the snorer? You're
Yeah.
supposed to hold that.
I know, right?
Double standard.
Double standard.
Women don't snore the way men snore. And if they do, not me, but if other women do, it's
Not you.
probably situational. It's not chronic. You feel me? It's on today. I worked so hard today. I had a hard time getting all 5 of the children dressed today because I dressed the more rowdy one first and I was worn out. And so at the end of the night, now I'm snoring.
Listen,
That's situational.
So she didn't follow the rule of thumb, is what you're saying.
Basically that. And
Yeah.
studies say that it's not gender based in regards to snoring. There are some women that snore just as loud.
The studies
men.
that I have say never to listen to Mark.
What study is that? What study is that? You got to show me the receipts. You got to show me the receipts.
I'll show you later. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you in a PDF. Don't worry about it.
Those are from Watkins literature.
Basically that. Like, where's this? That's not even a
Watkins
source.
science. Watkins science and literature.
You can't even put that in the footnotes. You
Why
write in the
not?
paper, you gotta cite your references. You go
It's
ahead and put Watkins and see which
it's
grades you get on
citable.
that
It's
paper.
watch. I've done research. I've done research of, of all the marks I know, and
Listen,
this is the
those
result.
the marks with a K. I would have see.
There's a there's a special subset of marks with a C, so don't worry, it's covered. You're covered in there.
So this is the next rule of thumb. This has to do with money and finance. It says if you have young children, your life insurance should be 5 or 6 times your salary. If you don't have children, the amount should be enough to pay off your debt. So, oh gosh, what's her name? Patrice, right? Yeah,
Trees.
I need your help. I had it. I had it. I knew it was Carl. I knew it was right there. I just threw that in keeping with the things that she mentioned as far as life insurance and things of that nature. So for those of you who may be thinking about buying life insurance, you have young kids, that's just a rule of thumb with how much you want the policy to be. Now, whoever it is you want to be the beneficiary, that's all on you. But it's probably best that your wife is the beneficiary and she get the lion's share, because then you're gonna have problems.
Another rule of thumb, make sure she loves you.
That's a fact.
This just got dark.
That's a fact. So we're gonna move right along to the next rule of thumb. All right. So the next one says, for us food connoisseurs, if you find 3 or more typos in the menu, ask for bottled water. 6 or more, consume only that water. 9 or more, take the menu home as a souvenir. You see how this is going, right? So first you started out at Cipriani's, then you probably went down to BBQ's, and then you went to Gray's Papaya. All within this. Gray's Papaya don't even have a menu that you can take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm funny about places I go to eat because I like going to different restaurants. And if I notice like it's a typo, that'll say something to me about the place. So something like that in regards to going to a restaurant, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Like if it's 6 or more, then I gotta go. I gotta go. Because that's saying a whole lot about the place and the time they took to create the menu, then to give it to me and they say, hey, listen, we don't appreciate your dollar. Just order off of this shit. What you want? Come on, they got steak, STEEK. What? What's this right here? Oh, I'm sorry, we ain't have time. Nah. I ain't doing that. So just keep these numbers in mind next time you go out to the restaurant, want to have a little sit down somewhere nice. Just keep that in mind on how the menu looks. All right. Go ahead, JJ.
I haven't seen a menu with that many errors on it, period, ever. But I also want to shout out like our mom and pop shops, because this sounds really culturally rude. Because you know, some of the best spots are owned by people who English is not their first language. So if there's a little bit of a typo, whatever, the food is probably super yummy. And English is not an easy language to learn. So
I mean, right. I mean, that's going to differ from person to person, depending upon how many mistakes you're going to tolerate. You understand? But the most important thing is that they don't get the check wrong. You understand? Now they may not know how to read and write, but they definitely should know how to do math. So if your bill is $56.81, it shouldn't say $566.81. That's a big difference. I bet you won't go back after that.
Agreed. No argument.
Or maybe it was written in their currency.
Yeah,
Could be written in, I don't know, pesos. I feel like the American dollar is so bad right now.
Stronger.
I
Well,
don't
I
even know.
mean, right, it depends on the country. It depends on the country. Yeah. If it's in euros, then the dollar is weaker. You're gonna be ass out in that restaurant. So the next rule of thumb, this is in keeping when we spoke about languages. And this is about talking to Chinese. It says you need to know and understand 5,000 words and characters in Chinese before trying to have a meaningful conversation.
Mm.
So I'm trying to remember this, but I know during one of the episodes, I can't remember what episode it was. Wasn't each one of us supposed to be doing something and know it by the end of the year? I was supposed to learn how to juggle, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
right.
trying to remember. I think Ja was supposed to learn a language.
I did say that. Wow.
What was
Forgot,
D1
man.
supposed to do?
I totally forgot, man. Yeah.
Headstands.
Huh? Flash dance. What'd you say?
Headstands.
Oh, headstand. Oh, yeah. How's that coming along?
I'm actually practicing. I'm practicing. I am. I swear on everything. I swear.
Nah. Okay.
I am. I'm not doing so great, but I'm practicing. I'm trying.
JJ, how you looking with the language? What language? Or any language? What was it supposed to be?
Oh, brother, I totally forgot, man. I think I said French. Did I say French? I think I might have said French.
I can't remember the language you
Yeah,
said.
I don't remember either, man. Damn, I have to go back in our archives and see which one I said. But I do remember that conversation. So that conversation is legit.
Yeah.
We did say that we was on. Yeah.
So as we near
Mm-hmm.
the end of 24, we gotta have an episode showing our talents. So at that point, I will show you how well I could juggle.
All
I
right.
ain't gonna be juggling chainsaws or none of that.
All right.
You know, can't do that because I don't have a waiver or anything if it get cut
Mhm.
off. Then Ja will display his vernacular in French,
Yeah.
parlez-vous français,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then we're gonna see D1 handstand.
Doing the handstand.
Yeah. How long you gonna be upside down?
So I'm gonna do the entire episode on my head. Why are y'all laughing?
Wow. Okay.
It's gonna be
You heard it here first.
Yeah, right.
You heard it here first.
Quite a feat. All right.
Yeah, listen.
All right.
Considering the blood and that. Okay. All right. Listen.
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
It could be done. So be it.
Just make sure
I'm
someone.
not backing up from it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Nah, dig it. Just make sure someone is there nearby that can see to your well-being. That's all. You understand? Above all else, I want you to be healthy.
You
Whole
got it.
episode. Wow.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Moving right along. This is something I bet you all didn't know, and just something you take for granted. So, to get this one, it says blow it out your nose. To get a good blow out of a stuffed up nose, always blow the clearer nostril first. Did y'all know that?
Heard that before. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I do that. So that's legit. I do that.
Oh, now we know. I didn't know that. I just blow both. I've been doing it since I was a kid. Your parents blow your nose. And they
Mhm.
hold the tissue real tight on your nose. And then
Yeah.
they say, do it again, as if you didn't do it hard enough the first time.
Because you didn't. You never do.
So now you know what to do in that situation in regards to that. Again, these is just rule of thumb. No disclaimer. So
Mhm.
for those of you that has pets, it says, discipline a dog. If a dog misbehaves, you must correct the behavior within 1.5 seconds. Otherwise, the dog won't make the connection between what it did and your correction. So I don't know if any of you ever had dogs, if you plan on getting dogs, if you want a dog, you got a dog now. But I always told myself once I retire, I plan on buying 2 dogs. So this is definitely a helpful tip to me. I'm a pet lover. I wouldn't mind having a cat, but I don't know. I just have a soft spot for dogs. Any of you ever had dogs, pets? You want to get one? You plan on getting one? Say
Yeah,
you, JJ.
yeah, I had a cat when I was a kid, black cat when I was a kid, living in Brooklyn. Then when I was living in the Bronx, with my mother, we had a gerbil.
No dogs?
Nah, no
You don't
dogs.
want to get a dog?
Nah, it's not the future.
That's all you need right now in the crib is a nice dog, kid. That's all you need.
You know, was interesting. Miracles have been clamoring for literally years for to have a dog in the house. She's been lobbying hard body for a dog in the house. A pet,
Yeah.
yeah, as a pet in the house. But we're like, are you gonna be responsible? Yes, I'm gonna be responsible. Yeah, you're gonna take it out for a walk. You're gonna take it out when take it outside to do his business. You know what I'm saying? We're like, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah,
Yeah. Rain or shine, that dog got to go out.
yeah, I go out. Yeah, I was like, are you prepared to do that? Or is one of us gonna end up doing it? Because we ain't really trying to do it. He was like, you want a dog? You be responsible for that dog. You gotta take it outside. You know, so yeah. That's been a conversation had in this household. No conclusion yet.
JJ, say the last thing you said. It sounded like you was going in and out. Say the last thing you said.
Oh, that's a conversation we've had in this household. I said the jury's still out. No conclusion yet. No verdict.
All right.
Yeah.
JJ, any word on the pet, on the dog, snake, gerbil, hamster, rabbit,
Yeah.
dog?
Yeah. When I was living with when I was with my mother, we had a gerbil. Had a gerbil. Also had a parakeet.
Parakeet. Okay.
Yeah. Also had that flew away. It was a pretty one too. Parakeet flew away. Never came back. But yeah, parakeet was able to unlock the cage and just flew away.
Wait,
What
what?
did I do to him?
The parakeet. Yeah, the parakeet was
Right, but then it flew out the window. You had the window open.
Yeah, it was a summer day.
He was like,
And
I'm out of here. Give me free.
Wait. The parakeet unlocked the cage on its own and flew
yeah,
out?
yeah, dead ass. It was able to do that. Yep.
Oh, why? I wasn't feeding the bird? Yo, because you know from time to time you're supposed to let it out the cage on its own. Fly around, then put it back in the cage. My daughter had a bird. She let the bird fly around for a few minutes, and then she put it back in the cage. I mean, he ain't never tried to fly away.
Oh, mine. Yeah, listen, mine did, man. I was a kid. I probably should have did that.
Well, I mean, back then you probably didn't know all that.
Yeah,
You say, yo, I'm out of
I
here.
ain't know that. So
I'll take my chances in the wild.
Yeah. So, I'll just address it as parakeet because I don't know the gender. But the parakeet was able to find a way to unlock the bird cage. Flew out into the summer wind. Never to come. Yep.
They want any word from you on a dog? Want a dog, getting a dog, thinking about it, any kind of pet, anything?
No dog for me. I can't do a dog because
allergies.
I don't like mornings. No, I'm not waking up in the morning to walk a dog. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And I'm not, I'm just not dedicated enough to kind of manage all of that. I can't do it. But
Go ahead.
I've had cats all my life. for the most part. I've had birds. I babysat somebody's cockatoo once.
Mm.
Right.
That was horrible.
Just
That was
for a
horrible.
night or a weekend?
I feel like it was for a weekend. It might have been a little bit. I think initially it was for a weekend because they were going away or something. And then they wanted to know if I wanted to keep the cockatoo. And I'm like, do you know how loud this little monster is?
Mhm.
And they told me, oh, if you cover the cage, that the cockatoo would be quiet. No, 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 no,
Mm.
no. This little monster talks all night long. It's get your bird out of here. Get him out. Get him out. So yeah, no, no. So cats are quiet. I can deal with them. I've had my own birds, not that cockatoo, but my own birds. I've had fish. And I've had teddy bear hamsters. I had a teddy bear hamster named Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Oh God.
He was so cute. He was the cutest thing ever. I would let him out the cage and he would run around the room and then come back to me and hang out with me. He was just the best.
He ain't run away.
He didn't run away. He was not like Josh Pets. He stayed with me.
But you got cats now, right?
Yeah,
You got two.
I have two.
Two.
You want them? You can have them.
Nah, I like dogs. There's something about dogs. I don't know.
What kind of dogs
There's
do you
something
want?
about them. Terriers.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, terriers, man. Cats, they cat. So I don't know if this is true or not, but my nephew said that the difference between cats and dogs is that cats think that they're the master, and dogs think that you're the master.
Mm.
And that kind of makes sense. Does you see how cats move? Like,
Mm.
what up? And just that's it. No jumping up and down or running to the door. Just I'm right here. This is where I'm at.
Yeah,
And oh man, my sister had a cat.
mad
And
lady.
a lot of that behavior is like, yeah, it's all about me.
Yeah.
I think cats get a bad rap because I've had probably maybe 10 cats over my lifetime.
Wow.
And they all have different personalities. I had this one cat, and maybe this is my fault because I named him Roscoe. And it was a cat named Roscoe. He was my baby. At one point, I lived in a duplex and I could be on the second floor and I would call him and he would come running right up to me. Roscoe, he come like, what's up? What you want? What we doing?
Oh, look at that.
So I think, cats, they have a lot of different personalities and they get a bad rap for being like, selfish and sneaky and all of that. They that too sometimes, but not all of them.
They lay back like crazy too. They just chilling.
Nah, and the thing, the people that I know that have dogs, one of the things that they appreciate is whenever they open the door, even before, they may greet them, the dog is charging to greet them. You understand? But they don't say that about the cat. The cat just, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, that's John. Yo, all right.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
You here?
Like where my tuna at? You got that? Got that?
Raise up, son.
Where my vittles at? You got that?
Oh man. All right, moving right along. Next rule of thumb. It says if you're not going through 4 toothbrushes a year, you're not brushing your teeth enough. Did y'all know that? So a lot of people take their teeth for granted because we assume these things will probably be here forever. But a lot of things that happen with your teeth, tooth decay and all those type of things, it can affect a whole bunch of other things that go on inside of your body. For some reason, I don't know how or why my daughter is a stickler for toothbrushes, getting new toothbrushes, brushing your teeth, replacing it. brushing your teeth the right way. She's the little dentist. She'll throw away my toothbrush and I don't even know it's thrown away, replace it with a new one. Dad, how long you had that one? You know, I'm definitely not going through four within a year, maybe two, if that. It's just one of the things you take for granted, long as the bristles still, you know. But she's a stickler for that. So she's the little dentist without me needing to replace my toothbrushes 4 times a year. How many you go through, Ja? Or if you mindful of that?
Yeah, I replace. I guess a total out to 4 because I replace. We replace our toothbrushes every 3 to 4 months.
Every three,
That's
4 months?
Yeah, so that comes out to like 4 in total, right?
About 4. How about you, JJ? You mindful of that? Or it's just, oh shit, I need to replace it now.
You mean D1?
D1, yeah, I'm sorry.
Y'all are nasty. Y'all are real nasty. That is the
Nah, Ja was on point. What you gonna say? Every week?
Nah, F that. I probably go through at least 8 toothbrushes a year.
Stop.
I swear on everything. I swear. First of all, if you get sick, you're supposed to toss that toothbrush.
Yes.
On.
Facts.
Fine.
Facts.
But other than that, ain't nothing like a fresh toothbrush. That's self-care. That's a beautiful thing. With those new fresh bristles and your teeth feel cleaner and that like
What's that? Damn, that's an aphrodisiac or something? Why you get all excited?
a little bit. 4 toothbrushes a year, like ew. Nah.
I'm at the bare minimum. So
I need y'all to do better. I need y'all to do better.
All right. I guess we gotta do better. I don't know if I'm gonna get up to 8, but definitely I gotta get around to. I mean, but like I said, my daughter does it, but I gotta do it on my own without depending on her to do it. But hey, wow, you good with that, D1. I give you your props for that.
At least 8, because the little one here, she sometimes will be like, "Ma, it's time for a new toothbrush." And I'm like, "Dang, did we just all right, fine, new toothbrushes all around."
Okay.
So that's how you remember it.
I mean, I remember it on my own,
On
but
your own.
she's an extra little alarm system.
Wow. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. I'm gonna make a note of that one in this book here. That I need to do better with that. So, moving right along. This one says saving time at a toll. It says avoid any line with a motorcycle. If you're approaching a toll, the biker won't have the money ready. Instead, he'll have to dig into his pocket, and on a cold day, he'll have to take off his gloves. You see these little things no one ever think about. Someone actually took the time to put into a big ass book. So you approaching the toll and you see someone there with a motorcycle, don't go to that line. Just keep it pushing and go on to the next one. Now, if there's 2 or 3 motorcycles there, they don't have a rule of thumb for that. You're going to have to figure out what you're going to do because they normally travel in packs. So the next one, this is very important. Should you ever find yourself in a situation, because I know your travelers and all like to travel and go different places. And I'm sure you didn't know this. This says escaping a crocodile attack. If you plan to escape a crocodile attack, you should zigzag to outrun the crocodile. You probably thought that you should just run straight, right?
No, zigzagging makes sense.
That's the same way I outrun a bullet. So I guess
I was just about to say that. I've heard that rule about when somebody's shooting at you, you zigzag.
Or get low.
Or get low.
They said the best thing to do is not run. Just drop to the ground if someone is shooting.
Yeah.
Come on. We've been in situations before where people are shooting, all around shooting.
Yeah, I had to get low a couple times.
Yeah, you just get low. You get down on the ground. Normally, the people that get shot is the people that are running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also heard if I also heard that never happened to me, knock on wood, but if you're getting chased and shot at, you zigzag. You don't
Zigzag, definitely.
you zigzag. You don't make a easy target for them. You zigzag and just pray to the Most High.
While you're running.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Now,
Don't
mind
turn around and
you,
say, nah, 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 you can't catch me. You don't do that.
I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend that.
yeah, that's all adrenaline.
Yeah,
That's all
definitely.
adrenaline that got you doing all that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all adrenaline in regards to that. Because a lot of times people, they don't think about that. But 9 times out of 10, the people that get shot is the people that just stand up and they just start
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
Yeah, never do that. All right. Moving right along. Love struck or not. This is the next tip in regards to rule of thumb. If the object of your affection does not make you a bit nervous, at least in the beginning, it is not love. D1, what you think about that? Sounds right. It's inaccurate. I see. What you think about that, D1?
I mean, first of all, what we know about love? Don't nobody, people think they know love. People don't really know love. I mean, I don't know. I guess, you know, nervous. Like
Butterflies. That could be another word to
I
use
can
for
see
that nervousness.
butterflies.
Butterflies.
I can see excitement. I can also see a little bit of nerves, but I can imagine being in somebody's presence and feeling incredibly comfortable and incredibly at ease. So I'm gonna throw that one out. I'm gonna say nah. I don't ascribe to that one.
Okay. What about you, JJ?
I don't know, D1. I think Clifford would deter your train of thought with regards to that. You know.
That we ain't talking about love though. What we talking about?
Oh, now when it comes to Clifford.
Nah, and we
Talking
don't
about
want to
something
hear
else.
what we talking about.
She's like, it ain't love when it comes to Cliff.
That ain't no
It's
gas
something else.
station.
It's something. I'm gonna feel something. I tell you that much.
Oh gosh, here we go. You see, Ja? You see?
Oh,
Ja is the one. You've been setting us up all night, Ja. You ain't no good.
Ja, what'd you think about that?
just asking questions. Just asking questions. Yeah, I've yeah, object of my affections, girls. I like, yeah, a little anxiety,
Nervousness,
bit of a
anxiety.
anxiety. Yeah. I felt that, and then try and play it off. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Try to calm it down, but you really can't. Because inside you're excited, but you try to be cool. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Nah, that's just being horny, man. That's what that is. They can put whatever they want in this book, but that's being horny. That's all that is. You know when that's gonna go away ASAP.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
So we're gonna move right along. This is something I never knew. Definitely came as a great surprise to me. I don't know if any of you have ever tried this with the youngins,
Mm.
but this is what it says. Another rule of thumb. It says if all else fails when trying to pacify a baby, try holding him or her near running water. Did y'all know that?
No, never heard that one before.
Yeah. Apparently, the sound of the water or something, I'm not sure what it is, will stop the baby from crying.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay.
I would have known that. I didn't know that.
Can't say that I knew that. No.
Yeah, I know I've driven until my gas tank was on E. I've done that.
Yeah, it's something about the driving. What is it about the driving? I wonder, but it always works. maybe it's the motion or something like that. But it's they got a funny commercial about that. This couple, I don't remember what car company it is. And every time they stop and pull up to the driveway, the baby start crying again. So they got to go around the block again and again and again. Yeah, yeah.
You had to do that, D1. You had to drive
I'm,
to empty tank.
I've definitely, well, I'm exaggerating, maybe not to an empty tank, but I would drive until I think I don't remember with the baby. I don't think that was the case with the baby, but with the older two, I remember definitely drive. Actually, it may be my older daughter because the oldest one I think was kind of easy to go to sleep. But
Yeah,
I remember having to drive until one of these kids went to sleep, whichever one it
Mm.
was.
yeah,
And then getting out the car with the entire car seat,
yeah.
taking the entire car seat inside and being terrified to take them out of the car seat. So just put the car seat like in the living room or in their room, cover them up and like that, just sleep.
Wow, wow, say word.
Just sleep because I
Yeah,
can't.
sleeping in the car seat.
The whole car seat. And this is when car seats were heavy at the
Yeah,
time. I know it
the
wasn't the baby
big
because
joints.
yeah,
Yeah,
they were heavy, but whatever. This
yeah.
whole car seat is coming out
And you just let them sleep right there. Put the blanket,
multiple times.
nap out.
That's it. Here's your blankie. Good night. Stay there.
Yeah. D1, remember the car seat was a whole production. You had to loop the loop belt through that slit in the back of the. Oh man, that was a whole production.
A whole thing. Oh,
Oh
man.
man, hell yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, they had tutorials on how to put in car seats.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know who came up with it. I think Highway Safe, they said at some point 50% of Americans are putting in car seats wrong.
Mm,
And I'm sure they were because it was a lot, man. Putting
yeah,
it through the back, then you had to click
yeah,
it through the safety belt type of thing, and then
yeah,
sometimes you'd be like, "Damn, it's still too loose.
Yeah,
Why is
you'd
it so
have to pull
loose?
yeah.
something and tighten this and
Tighten. Oh, it's supposed to be firm. It's supposed to,
yeah.
it can't. The baby can't be wiggling like it's a ride. And mind you, all this time you thinking you're gonna be on the road, but you're trying to figure out how to put in the car seat.
Mm-hmm. It was a whole production, man.
Yeah, fun times, right?
Yeah,
Well, in D1 case, then she got to take the joint back out so she could get a good night's sleep.
Yep. Sure did. Sure did.
Tell me you had help. You had help. Tell me you had help. Tell me you had help.
With the car seat, sure.
Yeah, man. Two of them. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. With the car, I actually don't remember ever having to put the car seat back in. So
Yeah.
for that, I am thankful.
All right.
I can go off on a tangent about a lot of other things,
Yeah,
but for that, I'm happy. Like,
But
no,
not
once
that.
I got that car seat out, it wasn't, I don't remember ever putting it back in. I remember waiting. I remember being like, you got it yet?
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Tamika, stop taking the car seat out. No, I won't. Because if that baby is up, who's going to take care of the baby? It's
Oh,
me. So
God.
no.
Give thanks.
I
Give
also,
thanks. Give
I
thanks.
also remember if I was like on the train instead of driving, and
Yeah.
if I had, the
The
carrier and one of
harness.
the babies attached to me, you fell asleep. Good. We sitting right here watching TV. We just
So yeah, you laying right here. You want to sleep right here.
that's it. That's it. It was by any means necessary at some points. Like, I can't risk it. I also remember laying down with, I think this happened with all three of these monsters. I'm positive. Laying down with them to put them to sleep and being like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here. And then trying to get back up if they had their toddler beds or whatever. Trying to get off their toddler bed. And the moment my weight shifted, they're like,
Oh, God. Where you going?
right. So either I would end up falling asleep with them and being like, I had other stuff to do,
Yeah.
Or I got smart at some point and I would keep one leg, one foot on the floor so that I was holding my weight up a little bit so that when it came time to shift my weight off, half my weight was already on the bed. Man, listen, tricks, tricks, tricks.
Tricks of the trade.
Yep. We
All
all
that
got
to get a
them. We
good,
all
nice.
got them.
Oh man, it's 1,000 tricks in trade.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Or to get that good night's sleep.
Listen, this is good education for those of you that are watching. You better use these things because you're gonna be waking up with your eyes blood red. Better utilize it.
For real.
So this next one here, I thought this was a little funny too. Especially the picture that they have here. It's definitely funny. So this is what it says. The next rule of thumb. It says if you're designing name badges for a conference or other event, make the guest's name big enough to be read from 8 to 10 feet away. That way, people can read the badges without having to awkwardly lean in and stare at each other's chests. The event name, location, dates, etc. can be tiny. Everyone knows where they are and why. So the picture that they have here for this is a woman who's rather busty.
Oh, yes.
And a name tag that says Daisy, right? So I'm assuming there was a woman at some point that got tired of men coming up to her and said, "Hey, how you doing? What does that say?" Oh, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, how are you? You understand? So
Yes.
she's like, let me devise something so these can see my name from 8 to 10 feet away. So she got the Sharpie, made her name real big to avoid that awkward stare.
I see. The free to avoid providing free viewership.
Yeah, if you can see this picture, I can't show the picture. I don't know if you can see it that good. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Uh-huh. I can see it. Uh-huh.
Her name is Daisy. But can you see it from back here? That's about 8 to 10 feet.
No.
So you would have to walk up on her, right?
I mean, keep in mind this is on the screen, so
Come on, John. You're supposed to be with me.
Oh, it went over my head. My bad. It went over my head.
Nah, it's all good. It's all
It went over
good.
my head.
You see, D1 ain't have no comment about that. She's been to a couple of conferences. Dude just come up. And they already know her name.
Yeah.
Tamika, right? Tamika? Yeah. How you doing? Yeah, I met you before. Yeah, but you still came to see the name tag, right?
Y'all know me better than that. Y'all know my mouth. Y'all know I'd be like, what you doing? Why are you doing that? Now, if you ready to, have that banter back and forth, let's go. But I'm not gonna act like I ain't see it.
Yeah.
Know my name already. You've
Yeah.
been my name.
You gonna blow up the spot?
Yes, I will.
I'm up here, right? I'm up here.
Right here. Right here. Eyes.
So I only got 2 more. I'm doing pretty good with time, right?
Yeah, you got 2 more. You got 2 minutes left too.
Oh, look at that. All
Yeah.
right.
Here you go.
This one is kind of funny too, because this is something you hear all the time, every day, especially around the workplace. Another rule of thumb, it says, people who say in terms of usually don't know what they're talking about. So I must admit, from time to time, I have used that. It's rare, but that's just one of those phrases. Someone coming to you, hey, Mark, listen, last fiscal, right? Based on those numbers that you put up, what was the reimbursement for such and such? In terms of what in particular? Like, what? See, that's giving you time to think about what they said.
Mhm.
I actually like that term because now you're putting it back on them. You understand? They came to you with the question. In terms of what in particular you're speaking about, what particular fiscal, you see that? Put it back on them. So this particular one I don't like because from time to time I've used in terms of, but based on what it says, normally people that say in terms of, they have no idea what they're talking about.
It's a filler. It's like a filler. Like a filler.
They give you a moment to think.
Uh,
D1, what you think about that? You've thrown that around before?
I don't know how, while you were talking, I'm like, how else do you use in terms of? Like, I don't even know, other than saying in terms of what, I don't know another sense. I don't know anything else that comes after in terms of. What else happens after that if it's not in terms of what? Like,
I think it depends what they're speaking about. I think it depends if you have the floor and it's your chance to talk. So if you come into the room and someone asks a question and they say, well, I'm gonna defer to Tamika for this. She's more well versed in this. Tamika, you have the floor. So you, oh shit, I ain't even prepared. So you start off by saying something and then you go, in terms of the numbers that I wrote, I think that's what they mean. That mean that you about to say some lies.
maybe. I'll rock with that. I'll rock with it. Yeah, I'll rock with it. I can't think of any specific examples, but it
nah,
sounds good.
dig it. Dig
In
it.
terms of the example that you give it.
Now you're
I'm
gonna
rock
be
with it.
mindful of it.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be mindful of it, right? So when homeboy call later tonight, D1, and you're talking. So how was your day in terms of what? Oh shit! Now you trying to play me? What are you talking about? You see, it's gonna go left from there. You see that, Jack?
Yeah, man.
I shouldn't have added that one.
That's not gonna go well.
All right, we got one more. This is the last one before we wrap this up with this education I'm sharing with you all.
Thumbs, rule of thumbs.
Here we go. It says you can have a hot job, a hot lover, or a hot apartment, but you can't have all three at the same time.
Why not?
I listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just going by what it says.
That's
It said you can't have all three at the same time.
mm, yeah. I don't know about that one.
You don't know about that one? We should scratch that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't see why they would think that probability is so low. You know what I mean?
I don't know. D1 looked like she want to say something, so I'm assuming she in agreement with you and as to why you can't have all three at the same time. Her face is looking like she agrees with you. Am
Yeah,
I right, D1?
she's winning.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with John. Scratch that, because I've had a trash job, a trash apartment, and a trash lover. So if I can have
But
that,
that's not what that's saying.
Damn it, man.
I
It's
mean, if I
saying
can have
the
that,
total
I can have
opposite.
the opposite. I know, but so I'm using in terms of trash.
Right, I got you. I got you. I
I
got you.
imagine if I can have none of it, I can also have all of it.
Yeah, damn it, man. Not the trash lover D1. Yikes.
That's
I mean,
Uh,
for argument's sake,
for argument's sake.
in
Listen,
terms of this episode.
and
in terms of yes,
and studies say, right?
studies show.
Studies show
Yeah.
that that may be the case in terms of you having all three.
Right, right.
What
What do you say about that, Mark?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it all depends on how you define it. You know, it's gonna differ from person to person. Yeah, like they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We won't be able to see it like the person sees it that's in that situation.
Mhm.
They may think they have a hot job in a hot apartment. We may go to the apartment and be like, God damn, this is trash. But who are we to say, right? You know, who are we to say?
Yeah.
So I was just sharing the info.
Okay.
So just one other thing before we wrap this up. I want to ask y'all what do you all think almost definitely means?
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. Almost or almost definitely.
Almost definitely. Almost definitely. ALMOST definitely.
It means maybe. It really means no, is what I think it really means.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they definitely they playing in your face. Somebody tell you that they playing in your face.
Now I read something. To me, that sounds like a double negative. Certain things I read like that when they play with words that just make me laugh. And it said almost definitely. And I
Mm-hmm.
had to reread that a couple of times, like almost definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Right.
You know, that do sound like one of them things you on the phone. What's up, Mark? What you doing? Chilling. Yo, you gonna come to the party? Almost definitely.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You coming or not? You understand? Almost definitely.
Or the crazy part is that they're not listening correctly. They might think you're saying, "Oh, most definitely."
Right. They might think I say most definitely, but
Yeah.
almost definitely,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 99% sure
Yeah.
that's something a female came up with.
See, that's how they be playing in your face.
That sound like one of them. That sound like one of them things.
So you gas. She
You know what I'm
said,
Clearly,
saying?
gas said,
Nah, listen.
"Most
Listen.
that's
definitely."
male
The,
vernacular.
the
That is
reason why I say that, right, Ja, and they've done this in 1,000 movies. How many times, right? Depending upon the situation, you know, a woman would say, then this is a classic line. She'll say, "Nah, I can't go tonight. I gotta wash my hair." You understand what I'm saying? What type of BS is that? Just be honest. You gotta wash your hair. It's a Friday. You understand? Come on, man.
Mm.
See, guys, we don't say stuff like that. We don't come up with things like that. That's a classic line. I need to wash my hair.
Mm.
Come on.
Now, let me tell you why this is male initiated. Um,
Here we go.
so are you coming straight home from work tonight? Almost definitely. That's a man. That's a man all day.
Nah. That don't sound. It's not connecting. It's not connecting. You know what I'm saying? Are you coming straight from that? For sure. If we're gonna lie, we gotta sound confident about the lie. You know? Almost definitely sounds like you are uncertain.
Almost definitely is something that a man says when he's on the verge, right? He's riding the line. He's in between. He's in the purgatory space of being a bad dude and being a good dude. And that bad dude is pulling him one way and the good dude is pulling him the other way. And he says almost definitely. Because he's like, on the inside, he's going bonkers because he's battling. His friends are calling him, yo, come out. The chicks is
Oh God. I need to get there.
and his wife is calling him like, baby, we miss you. The kids, 5 of us. I dressed them in the right order. And
I'll be there. I'll be there in a
definitely.
minute. I'll be there in a minute. Almost definitely. I'll be there in a minute. Right? And then when he come at whatever hour he get home, 5 or 6 in the morning, I think it'd probably be even worse if he say to you, like it's certain things he'll say over the phone that he can't say to your face because now he's insulting your intelligence in person. Over the phone it may be different. But if he get there, he get home and he say, I told you almost definitely. Oh gosh. Now he got to sleep on the couch, sofa, or not even in the house. Because now it's different. On the phone, things sound different than when we're in person. Now you insult my intelligence in my face. You understand? Just
Yeah,
like her saying, I need to wash my hair.
playing in your face.
Ladies and gentlemen, That's not right, not wrong. Our time is definitely wrapping up. With my co-host D1 JJ. Another episode of Not Right, Not Wrong. We was just sharing some education, some rule of thumb, some tips. And I know you learned a lot of things today. Studies show if you watch Not Right, Not Wrong, you will learn. We want y'all to learn. So subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, share it, share the links, listen to the radio station. We're on every Saturday from this Saturday, henceforth, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. going forward. D1, JJ, Dark Mark. Peace.
Most definitely.
Oh, most definitely.